Our top story, the presidential candidates are in a New York state of mind, the next big battleground in the race, and they are ratcheting up the rhetoric. We've got it all covered. Let's start with the Democrats this morning. NBC's Andrea Mitchell has her eyes on that race. Andrea, good morning.
Indeed, and what a race it is, Savannah, with both Democrats needing to win the New York primary on April 19th. Their verbal sparring has now escalated into an all-out war of words, the angriest exchanges of this year-long campaign.
Bernie Sanders unleashing a blistering attack against Hillary Clinton. He said she started it.
She has been saying lately that she thinks that I am, quote unquote, not qualified to be president. Well, let me just say in response to Secretary Clinton, I don't believe that she is qualified. I don't think that you are qualified if you get $15 million from Wall Street through your super PAC. I don't think you are qualified if you have voted for the disastrous war in Iraq.
Clinton had seized on a damning New York Daily News front page, slamming Sanders for saying Sandy Hook families shouldn't be able to sue the gun manufacturer. She also questioned Sanders' grasp of what it would take to break up the big Wall Street banks, as he promises if elected. When pressed by Joe Scarborough on MSNBC's Morning Joe about whether Sanders is ready to be president, Clinton replied,
Well, I think he hadn't done his homework, and he'd been talking for more than a year about doing things that he obviously hadn't really studied or understood, and that does raise a lot of questions.
But do you think he is qualified?
Well, let me put it this way, Joe. I think that what he has been saying about the core issue in his whole campaign doesn't seem to be rooted in an understanding of either the law or the practical ways you get something done.
She said she'd leave it to the voters to decide whether Sanders is qualified. But later, this pointed remark.
You know, I think if I'm asking you to vote for me, you should know what I want to do, and not just, lots of arm-waving and hot rhetoric. I think you should know what I want to do.
Clinton's spokesman then called Sanders' interpretation of her remarks absurd and, quote, a new low. But clearly, the Clinton strategy is to portray Sanders as being not up to the job without actually saying so. And now he has shown no reluctance at all to say that she is the one who is not qualified for the highest office in the land. Savannah?
And this continued into the night, Andrea, as you well know. The Clinton spokesperson then saying that there should be a retraction from Bernie Sanders. Take back your words about Hillary Clinton.
Right. And the response was to issue a press release doubling down on it and blaming her for a trade deal that was supported by the president and she as the Secretary of State, a Panama trade deal which he claims was partly responsible, was in fact responsible, he claims, for helping rich people evade taxes. That connection's not been made, but boy, he's just slamming her and doing it again after being told to take it all back. This is going on.
As we said, welcome to New York, right, Andrea? Thank you so much. By the way, we should mention both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders will be our guests tomorrow on.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.